Hello everyone, my name is Cam White and today I am launching Startek. If you're watching this, Startek is now available for free to download on iOS and iPadOS, and we officially launched on January 21st, 2026 at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Las Vegas. In this video, I want to cover what Startek is, why I made it, and the vision for what it is and what our future holds. And I want to first thank the tens of thousands of you who have watched and supported my personal astrology YouTube channel as viewers, clients, members, and students, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. So let's go ahead and get started. So what is Startek? Startek is the new standard in astrology apps, eventually software and more. Let's begin with some of the main features that Startek has as of today on launch. It is a full and precise birth chart calculator backed by the latest Swiss ephemeris and NASA data that allows you to toggle between dates just like any professional software would, if you want all the way from seconds to years, but for free. There are not many apps that allow you to do this at zero cost. However, we wanted to bring this utility to the masses and it's finally available as of today. As well, Startek has a fully clickable chart, meaning you can click on a zodiac sign, a house, or a planet, and you can get the full details of what it is. Whether it's a deeper dive into the meaning, or if you're doing electional astrology, you can click the ascendant, and it'll tell you when the ascendant's going to move into that next zodiac sign. We also offer planetary days and hours as a part of the data set at the top of the chart, so you can see what planetary hour it is anytime. And besides the professional grade chart calculation, we also offer full chart customization. Now, what does that mean? You have the ability to completely change the background of your chart. So here's some multiple options we could do here. This is my favorite one. As well, we have full color customization of all parts of the chart. Whether you want to change the color of the planets, the aspects, and you can even change the color of the hex code. So if you look here, you can change it from a spectrum to a slider, RGB, and hex code. You can even do transparency settings and more. As well, you can even choose the type of fonts and glyphs for your chart. And currently we have 3 different types of icons, and we have, I think, about 9 or 10 different font styles too. So you can just customize anything. This list will be growing as time continues, but it really shows the level of care we have for the user. And we care about you having options, choices, and complete creative freedom when it comes to customizing your birth chart. Whether you just enjoy an aesthetic page or you're a professional astrologer looking to have the chart you use match your branding or your vibe, we even have multiple ways to choose how a retrograde planet shows up. So if you go to edit current theme, you can come down here, retrograde color, retrograde color, R symbol, things like that. You can have the planet look at its specific color, or if you're like me and you like the degree to be red or a specific color, that's the version I have on my settings. If you're too overwhelmed with options, no worries. We have 7 different presets for you to choose from when it comes to your chart background that will match the vibe that you're looking for. You can customize our default themes or you can upload and make your own. The choice is yours. And this comes as a free feature that anyone can access at download. As well, we have a growing list of available points, including Lot of Spirit, Fortune, the asteroids, and more. This list is not complete. We'll be growing more and more. We offer most common house systems like whole sign houses, Placidus, Equal, Coke, and for the professional astrologer who is making horoscopes based off of rising signs, you can even do based off of zodiac sign. You can pinch and zoom into the chart and keep it locked in place for when you're going by second in your election chart. And of course, we have both geocentric and heliocentric models. And of course, we have both tropical and sidereal zodiac systems for your choosing. When you're creating a birth chart, we even have an Apple Maps integration where if for some reason you can't find the city you're looking for, which shouldn't be a problem since we have the latest data available. Unlike many professional softwares that cost hundreds of dollars, you can't actually pick a specific location, where in Startek, you can just drop a point at the specific location you're looking at. I would show you here, but it's going to show you my exact address, and I don't want that. Overall, we focus on aesthetics, design, and the interface. We wanted Startek to feel like the future of astrology, and we wanted it to make sense. So many apps are so clunky and hard to use and hard to read. Startek is intuitive, simplistic, but packed full of tools and features other apps don't seem to have. To save a chart, you simply press and hold down the chart, just like that, and boom, you can save whatever chart you were looking at. Now let's talk about this tap to learn more button. When it comes to clickable features, like I said, you can click on any point in the chart to get more information. As well, if you click on the tap to learn more button, you'll get a full generated report of said chart you're looking at. Now, how does this work? AI. From my understanding, we are the first astrology app to offer AI integrated into our chart system. Whereas other gimmicky AI astrology apps are mostly just chatbots, our AI is integrated into the chart itself. While some might be ecstatic about AI features and others might be concerned, I want to dive into this deeper later in this video. So I'll pause here and I'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's talk about Pro Tools. When you click the compass icon, you'll get a list of advanced professional astrology tools that, in their entirety, are not available on other apps. On the free version of the app, you'll get access to the essential dignities list. And for our users on the Pro tier subscription, you'll get access to bi-wheel charts, composite charts using midpoints, secondary progressions, planetary return charts, which include both solar and lunar return charts, but we'll be able to have more planets here in the future. But the really exciting feature is annual perfections. Annual perfections were once a hidden gem, but now have become commonplace for astrology enthusiasts as an essential tool in the toolbox. However, no app really offers any way to access annual perfections. On Startek, you'll get a list of both annual and monthly perfections. But we went above and beyond that. When clicking, you'll notice whatever house is activated in annual perfections will be highlighted in the chart behind it. So you can visually see what house is being perfected. And a Startek exclusive feature is the glowing perfected planet. As you can see right, let's do this. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Let's do that. Let's move this. Show perfected planet, boom. And then should be Venus glowing right there. And this is allowing you an accessible and easy way to visually see what is activated rather than doing the math in your head and forgetting it. Oh, and of course, you can change whether or not you want to see the glowing planet or what color the glow is too. Next is Fredaria, a slept-on timing technique that pros are familiar with. We have the list of Fredaria activations. And of course, the big one is zodiacal releasing. As of today, we have ZR for Lot of Fortune, Spirit, and Eros. However, more is coming soon. But what makes Startek different is not only do we have zodiacal releasing available on iOS, but when you click on any specific zodiacal releasing date range, the chart for when that date happens, the chart for when that moment, that loosening the bond or whatever it is happens, is pulled up. So if I click here, the chart in the background changes to that moment. And as far as I'm aware, no other software or app has ever allowed people to look at the actual chart of when a new zodiacal releasing period begins. Then last but not least, we have astrocartography. Astrocartography is integrated with Apple Maps and available with both 3D and 2D versions. So if you look here we go. We can look down here and you can click 2D and you can get even into the weeds, into the specifics. You can zoom in as far as you want and zoom out to see the whole Earth. And this is one of the features we are most excited about. And as it is already the best astrocartography tool on the market, however, we will be updating soon to provide more aspect lines, parens, and more astrocartography stuff. There are many other tiny details I didn't speak about here, but you'll figure them out as you go through the app, and there will be many features coming soon. But now I want to talk about the future of Startek. So let's talk about the vision for what Startek is. The vision for Startek is more than just an astrology app, but a world where astrology can live and thrive. From the most simple astrology enthusiasts to advanced pros, my vision for Startek looks like this: a multi-platform digital universe that's vertically integrated that not only lets astrology live in one place, but protects it and lets it thrive for decades to come. What does that look like? First, the consumer app. The app is going to be the priority, where anyone into astrology, whether they are a beginner or an expert, can have one place to do all of their work, their research, access their charts, and connect with others. Then, the professional software. The astrology software market is lagging in quality, user experience, and accessibility. My goal is outcompete the market by being the most useful, feature-packed, and accessible software, which we'll discuss more of here in just a bit. Then, the website. As of now, our website is simply just a landing page, but soon we'll have the chart calculation features, as well as the ability to research topics, read blogs, etc. And we're going to talk more on that in just a second. But let's talk about how we're going to connect these. Soon, Startek is going to have an advanced social media feature where anyone can make a post, but more importantly, astrologers can share their videos, their writings, and more to the public. So anyone using the app has instant access to the best astrologers in the world. They can enjoy and learn from their work without having to go digging to find them. Then we want to add another layer. With the professional software, we want to give astrologers the opportunity to enhance and build their practice and take out all of the roadblocks that get in their way of doing that. And how we're going to do this is by creating professional accounts for professional astrologers. Let's say you're a practicing astrologer and you're looking to work with clients. Soon on the Startek app, and once the professional software comes out, clients will be able to book directly with you in the app. What this looks like is having a professional account, and let's say someone sees your posts, or maybe they follow you from Instagram and they also figure out that you have a Startek account. So they see your posts and they follow you and they like your work. Well, they will be able to go to your profile and schedule a consultation with you. Once that consultation is scheduled, the client's chart data will be automatically sent to you, which means no more inaccurate chart data being sent. If you're a professional, you know how constant it is that clients send either the wrong information or incomplete data about their birth time, which makes it more difficult to get the consultation going. And with this system, they'll just be able to send your chart directly to you where it is input into your system without you having to do anything. Then in both the app and the software will be a video conference interface where your client doesn't have to use Zoom, Google Meetings, or anything. It's right there in the app, cutting costs and hangups around sending links, Zoom subscriptions. This creates an extremely powerful way for astrologers to grow their business where they don't have to, one, set up their own website, two, pay for things like web hosting, Acuity, Zoom, etc. It's all done inside the app. Then, once the consultation is finished, the transcript of that consultation will be saved inside the client's app. So inside Startek on the mobile app, they can always reference what was said in that consultation and it'll be plugged in and connected directly to their birth chart, never having to actually go anywhere else. Plus, with AI, what we're hoping to achieve is the ability for a client or a user to be able to look at their chart delineation and see what the professional astrologer said about their placements inside the chart itself. So if you're looking at your birth chart and you're reading your placements about it, you'll see what the app says and you'll see what your consultation said. And this is what I mean by Startek is the future of astrology. It's going to be an ecosystem where both the casual user of astrology and the professional equally benefit from its use. Now let's address the elephant in the room, which is AI. Whether you like it or not, AI is here to stay. This is not only evident in the economy, but more so evident in the astrology, given the air triplicity shift that we entered back in 2020. But here's what's really going on with AI. Venture capital and the panopticon of digital surveillance is primed on extracting as much data as possible and is coming for astrology. Meaning astrology is not safe at the moment. Whether you like it or not, companies are already going after the astrology market with AI tools. However, these companies don't actually care about you or astrology. They care about harvesting your data and your money. They want to hype up the biggest AI platform to as many users as possible to sell out to the biggest conglomerate and in the process, fuck you over. With that being said, AI is built for astrology. With astrology, it is hard for an individual astrologer to delineate the synastry between, let's say, a composite chart of someone and their spouse while keeping in mind things like their zodiacal releasing dates, their personal placements, and other charts. And this is where AI thrives, is being able to keep context and be able to fill the gaps that astrologers might struggle with connecting when it comes to connecting all the dots. As well, these companies at the moment are simply using cheap AI chatbots for their version of AI astrology. And while it's gimmicky and cheap for now, it won't be for very long. Startek is aiming to provide a walled garden where AI and astrology are used to enhance the user's experience. And with that being said, as of right now, things like ChatGPT or Gemini can't actually read your birth chart as it isn't connected to any sort of NASA data tables or Swiss ephemeris. But Startek is, and we're using the power of AI to create accurate, detailed, and specific horoscopes that has not been seen in the world yet. For example, on my version of Startek, which is a beta testing version, not yet available, so please ignore the content of what it's saying. It is not up to par yet. We have a You page where we have your horoscopes for the day. And if you notice, we have multiple pillboxes here for topics. These topics range from personal health, work, relationships, etc. And we're not simply looking at what's going on in this person's house, their seventh house when we're looking at love, but we're looking at what's transiting the seventh house. What's the ruler of the seventh house doing in transit? And what is it doing in relation to the natal ruler of the seventh? What is the user's transiting Venus doing? What is their current fifth ruler and seventh ruler doing in transit? What relationships are those fifth and seventh rulers making? Is it a square? Is it a conjunction? And even more than that when it comes to how these system prompts work. So that is the power of AI, where we can be able to ask and follow those specific transits to give you a horoscope based on extremely specific contexts that are only relevant to your chart. Meaning this horoscope specific to your love life is only generated for you and no one else. Also, here's the big kicker that we're working on launching, and that's going to be smart prompts. What is a smart prompt? Let's say you're married. You've been happily married for 20 years. And do you want your horoscope to ever challenge your relationship by saying things like, you might meet your potential soulmate today? I would hope that your answer is no. And this is where smart prompts come in. You can detail your exact status of relationships so your horoscopes are actually customized to you and your life. You can even say things like, I've been married for 10 years and things are good, but currently we're going through a challenge, and the horoscope will be tailored to that context to match what is actually currently going on in your life. Or a better example is, let's talk about the ninth house. The ninth house rules things like religion, far distance travel, and higher education. These are three wildly different topics. And let's say you are a university student, but don't have really any plans on doing any travel. And let's say you're kind of quasi-religious. With smart prompts, you'll be able to input that data to where your horoscope isn't saying, buy that plane ticket to travel if you're not planning on traveling at all at any point soon, but actually is working within the context of your own life. Astrology horoscopes are generic and built for everyone. And while they could still provide lots of value, and there are many great astrology apps out there that do this, they're not tailored to you in any way. And this is where Startek is different. You will be able to get exact, tailored horoscopes that are specific to you and your life. That is because of the power of AI. While AI is a controversial topic, the goal with Startek is to be the pioneer and leader in astrology AI, making sure the industry is being led by someone who actually cares about astrology and the uses of AI. But also, we're not getting rid of real astrologers. Our goal is to have AI and real astrologers both be supported. So while we will be the leaders in AI astrology, we'll also be the leaders in putting real human-made astrology in front of the masses, supporting both the users of astrology to dive deeper by learning from professionals and getting consultations from them or buying courses from them, and getting the most out of AI in astrology. Startek is not backed by any investor. This is 100% private and owned and operated by me. As of right now, our privacy policy is pretty simple until I have the funds to really get it tuned to the correct way. But hiring lawyers is incredibly expensive, and it's kind of a battle between me versus them. But I say this to say that your data security is our number one priority when it comes to this use case. So we won't be beholden to shareholders that are looking to extract and sell that data. And but mark my words, as the years go on and AI uses all the internet data, when you input data, it'll become more and more and more valuable. And I'm telling you, this is why it's so important to do this, because we're going to protect it. So we're not going to sell your data so that they can extract it and use it for nefarious purposes. So in conclusion, in this video, I'm simply scratching the surface of what Startek is, its vision, what it will be like, and what it can do. But I wanted to make this video to share that, one, it's now available, and two, to give everyone an idea of what we're doing at Startek. Startek is not just another astrology app. This is bigger than anything out right now. And as the months go on, I'll be talking more and more about what we're doing. But just know that everything I shared with you here today is only scratching the surface of what we're doing. We hope you support the vision, and we hope you get the most benefit from Startek. And some quick announcements. Startek, as of today, is only available for iOS and iPadOS for free, in which, by the way, on the iPad version, you can draw on the chart. So if you're a professional astrologer making a video, drawing on the chart with your Apple Pencil has now never been easier to do. We're hoping to launch the Android version around summer of 2026. By summer of 2026, we're also hoping to have the horoscopes, smart prompts, and everything ready in terms of the horoscopic part of the app to be ready for launch. As for the professional software, I'm hoping we can have it out and ready to go before the end of 2026, but that's a really big maybe. If not, it will be available in 2027 for sure. The link for Startek is in the description to download, and I hope you guys share your charts with us over on Instagram at Startek app to show us how you're designing your chart. We will be constantly updating you guys about what updates are coming, fixes and changes, and of course, if you have ideas for features or changes, do not hesitate to let us know. But there is about a 99% chance that we've already known about this and we're working on it. But it is nice to know what you guys are thinking anyway. I want to thank you for watching, sharing, and thank you for being a part of Startek.